This is where it all started. This is where my life changed forever. I was one day working at a drive-thru at a local fast food restaurant.
Who could have known? Go through a drive-thru at a local fast food restaurant and meet an individual that actually has impacted my life more than any one person ever.
I knew that that was going to be my life for the rest of my entire life, to be a cook, a drive-thru attendant, or a shift leader for the fast food local restaurant. But one day while I was working at the drive-thru, this guy drove up. His name was Kevin. But Kevin told me that I could do more. And that was the first time that somebody else believed in me. And that's all it takes, really, for somebody else to believe in you. Once somebody else believes in you, you start believing in yourself, and that's all it takes. That's the spark.
It's been an absolute amazing journey in my friendship with Jose Orozco and seeing what he came through. I can remember times where when he would share with me that his parents had died when he was young, and it was just so, I just couldn't even believe that somebody could have endured all of those things.
So, when I was 8 years old, my mother died of cancer. It totally changed my life, my perception of life. Everything around me changed. I didn't know what life and death meant. A few years later, when I was 12, my father died. It's hard enough to have parents that are not there when they're alive, and it's even harder when they're not there at all.
But every step of the way I can remember planting seeds and just believing in Jose and watching his life just take off.
And we continued to talk about life, about school, about friends, all sorts of things. And eventually we became really good friends. But throughout life, every single time, I knew that he believed in me. And at that point, my life was going to change because I believed in myself, and that's all it took.
Because he did everything that he said he was going to do. He told me, I'm going to go get my GED. A few months later, he calls me, I got my GED. He then tells me, you know what, I'm going to register for City College. Seems like just a few years later, he calls me, I'm graduating City College. He tells me I'm going to go to San Diego State University. Next thing I know, he's graduating San Diego State University. He tells me I'm going to law school, and he's in law school. And I can remember him telling me about his dream, all here at this local fast food restaurant, that one day he'd like to be an attorney.
Wow, I can't believe I'm in law school. I'm actually in law school. It's amazing. 5 years ago, I dropped out of high school. Now I'm in law school. I mean, who would have ever thought that I would be in law school?
Now he's making all that happen. It's also been awesome watching him mentor his cousins and those around him, and just watching him understand the impact that one can have on other people's lives.
The Cal Western School of Law, too. Here is Jeff Chen. Jeff, you bring your young lawyers to be over here to do their thing?
Yes, we do. We take volunteer lawyers from the law school. Sarah and Jose are two L's, and they come here just because they want to teach kids about the law. They want to teach them their rights, and more about their rights, but just everyone in the legal community and how they can become more productive citizens.
As a law student, too, you are, right?
Yes, I am.
How does this help you?
Well, it just places me back to where I really come from. This is my community, so I want to give back to the community. One way that I can do that is come back and just teach the kids about the law.
Okay, I like that a lot.